1 to 28 versus 1 to 35. A battle nearly as incredible as this.
Of the Sith Army! Anger is not the way of the Jedi!
Epic rap battles of history! Darth Vader versus Adolf Hitler!
Sasa wewe unataka chukua mara wewe muli. Sasa clear. 1081.
Man, the man is killing us, man.
Okay, that might be a bit ridiculous, but let's get into Cobi 1 to 28 versus 1 to 35. So I piled onto Reddit, we had some votes recently. It has become apparent that Cobi is slowly shifting its focus to making 1 to 35 scale sets. So what scale do you prefer? 168 people liked 1 to 28, and another one was, do you like 1 to 35 tonks? Concise. So you can see from these votes hands down that 1 to 28 is romping home the victory. I voted 1 to 35 on both, and I will explain that after we have a little look at some of the comments of people. One of the best comments was from a guy called Mexican Pizza God on Reddit, and we will read what he said. Smaller space consumption, close to minifig height, and less expensive. That's the pros for 1 to 35. 1 to 28 can fit more better detail, can fit more functionality, better stability, more accurate proportions, close to minifig width, better price per piece ratio is the scale Cobi has been using for years. There we go, I think we know what camp he sits in, but those points are pretty valid to be fair. Whilst on Reddit, we'll have a look at some of the other comments given by various different people. I'll flash them up on the screen now and let me know what you think of them all. A lot of old collectors preferred 1 to 28 scale. It's a scale Cobi began with. I'm not sure why exactly Cobi switched to 1 to 35 scale. I could be wrong, but probably it's because the majority voted for 1 to 35 scale on some live stream. Probably some of them are Brickmania fans who couldn't afford their products. To be fair, 1 to 35 is close to the scale the minifigs have, about 1 to 40. But on the other hand, the minifigs look like hydrocephalic midgets. I don't know what that is. That's why hardly anyone cares for them. What really bugs me is the inconsistency of the model scales. I don't want a mouse looking like a freaking rat compared to the other vehicles. I honestly can't be asked to read all that. You read it yourself. I'm a 1 to 35 scale fan, although yes, 1 to 28 has more detail and 1 to 48 is almost perfect minifig scale. I just see 1 to 35 is big enough for detail, small enough to look right next to minifigs. I prefer the 1 to 35 because they're cheaper, smaller, therefore I can fit more of them at cost and space taken of 1 to 28 sets. Yes and no. For certain vehicles, mainly modern tanks, it's okay, but for World War II vehicles 1 to 28 is better since until now it has more or less the standard scale. Although they are not the best for detail, they are super helpful for making dioramas since I can scale everything a bit smaller. So there we have it, the Reddit crowd is split. I mean, Reddit's a strange place anyway, but they're split. Some are happy, some are sad. We don't know what to think really. My personal view, I'll tell you in a minute, but I think there's one set that's not helped this argument and we're going to have a quick look at it now. For me it's this Marder Ausch M. Something about it doesn't look quite right. I think it's mainly the computerized image, and I think if they stopped doing these and waited for the brick built set, they'd probably get more favourable reviews. It's mainly the angle. Something doesn't look right with this whole computerized image. So what are my thoughts on the 1 to 28 versus 1 to 35? I'm still on the fence if I'm honest. I know you don't want to hear that, but I like both. Both have their place. Both are fine. I get the older collectors want to be able to carry on their 1 to 28 collection, but I can see why Cobi want to do the 1 to 35 from a business stand. They do go better with minifigures. The 1 to 28 has more detail. This is going to rumble on for a long time. But what we don't need is comments like this. You're probably sat there thinking, what's the point of this video? I'm thinking the same, to be honest. And you're probably thinking, what side of the fence you're on, Cabbage? Well, I'm firmly sat on the fence. I mean, I'm changing sides more times than the Italians during World War II. But what I do know is, I think Cobi are trying to keep two camps happy. They've done a lot of 1 to 28 sets in the past. Whenever they rehash them, people get annoyed saying, "Why are you rehashing the same set again?" If they do a 1 to 35 set at the same tank, people get upset about it. So I'm not sure they can keep everyone happy, but we shall see. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and we'll go from there. I really fancy a KFC.